I'm Katie, and today we're diving into the story of Evelyn and Marcus, the couple everyone thought were the textbook definition of soulmates. Spoiler alert, their souls probably should have filed restraining orders against each other. It all started at a poetry slam. You know the scene. Dim lights, snapping fingers, and deep thoughts. Marcus was the dramatic type, probably wearing a turtleneck in July. Evelyn was mysterious, cloaked in an aura of, I know something you don't. Their eyes met across the room during a particularly moving poem about the existential dread of broccoli. It was love, at first verse. Just 3 weeks later, they cemented their whirlwind romance with matching tattoos that read forever-ish. Honestly, that should have been the first, giant, blinking red flag. But love, especially the weird kind, is blind. For their 1-month anniversary, things escalated. Marcus presented Evelyn with a delicate necklace. It looked organic. Because it was a lock of his own hair, braided into a tiny, creepy pendant. It's a symbol of our connection, he explained, probably with way too much intensity in his eyes. Evelyn, not to be outdone, just smiled and said, That's so thoughtful, and I made us a scrapbook of all your baby photos. Marcus just blinked, a flicker of panic crossing his face. Wait, how did you even get those? She just kept smiling that enigmatic smile and never gave him an answer. Their public displays of affection were just as unique. When they went out for dinner, they insisted on sharing a single spoon. To stay close, they'd whisper to each other, while their poor waiter just stood there, probably rethinking all his life choices and holding back tears.
The shared spoon was just the beginning.
Next came the joint diary phase.
They decided to document every single thought, every feeling, every dream, and, as it turned out, every suspicion they had about each other.
It was a shared space for their intertwined minds. One night, Evelyn's entry read, Marcus was whispering in his sleep again. I recorded it. I think he's hiding something from me.
The paranoia was starting to brew.
But if you thought she was the only one, you'd be wrong. That very same night, Marcus wrote in his section, I swear Evelyn's eyes glowed red for a solid 2 seconds while she was watching that nature documentary. Is it possible she's not entirely human? They were, in their own twisted way. A perfect match. Perfectly cursed. The eccentricities just kept piling up. Evelyn started a new collection. Marcus's used socks. When he finally asked what she was doing with a drawer full of his dirty laundry, she explained with a completely straight face. I'm building a scent archive to remember you by. A normal person might run for the hills. But Marcus, his response was to secretly build a panic room under the laundry room. When Evelyn found the hidden door, he just brushed it off, saying it was his new yoga and meditation space. Their arguments were as explosive as their romance. One evening, a seemingly innocent board game night went horribly wrong. Evelyn accused Marcus of cheating. He, in turn, accused her of hexing the dice to land on the numbers she wanted. And then, as if summoned by their combined intensity, the dice literally exploded. A puff of smoke, a crackle of energy, and they were gone. To this day, nobody knows how or why it happened. But the final, spectacular implosion happened on Valentine's Day. The day of love. Marcus, ever the romantic, gave Evelyn a beautifully wrapped box. She opened it with anticipation. Inside, there was no jewelry, no chocolates, just a simple, elegant mirror. Attached was a note. Let's both take some time to reflect on our mistakes. A savage, passive-aggressive masterpiece. But Evelyn didn't get mad. She just smiled that knowing, mysterious smile of hers and whispered, Perfect. That very night, their house mysteriously caught fire. Firefighters arrived to find the structure engulfed in flames, a blaze that seemed unnaturally hot and fast. When the smoke cleared, the only thing that survived completely unscathed was that single mirror. It's now sitting in a dusty corner of an antique shop with a little handwritten tag that reads, Cursed Romance Artifact number 12. So, yeah, not all love stories end with a fairy tale wedding and a happily ever after. Some, like Evelyn and Marcus's, end in a cloud of suspicious smoke, a pile of ashes, and some very, very awkward insurance claims. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy Tales of Love Gone Weird, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next story. See you soon!